The Grade 1 Delmar Futurity, boy, this one's got a lot to digest. And I think down the road, people will remember what happened in this race more than who won this race. The winner was Nucky, and he pulled away in the stretch. It was a very slow final time, a low speed figure on most of the scales. And there was a mishap at the beginning of the race that kind of determined who did win and who didn't win. A couple of horses didn't fire, so a lot to digest. Let's start with the start of the race. If you watch the beginning, 8 Rings, who was 3 to 5 in this race, broke inwards, and that caused him to shift towards the rail. Then 8 Rings came inward on the one horse, and the jockeys fell off of both horses. Basically, 8 Rings caused all of his own trouble. Let's take another look at the start with 8 Rings veering in and then spooking towards the rail, causing the interference. The race was uneventful after the start. Garth, the second favorite, folded up shop on the turn, and Nucky inherited the lead at 35 to 1 after going 3 wide on the turn. Nucky took control and everyone else gave up ground in the stretch. Nucky basically outlasted the field at 35 to 1 with everybody else either all in on the turn or retreating fast like the second favorite Garth. Delmar Futurity, 8 Rings at 3 to 5 goes up in flames. Nucky wins at 35 to 1 with a 3 wide trip on the turn, and nobody really made up any ground. 8 Rings, I suppose, after having all of that hype on him, he may come back in the American Pharoah Stakes at Santa Anita. That's the early word. Nucky, I'm not so sure he wants any more ground, so I'm not so sure he may not wait till maybe a race like the Bob Hope Stakes at the Delmar Fall Meet. Not sure if I want anybody else out of this race. Garth was by Into Mischief. He probably was bred to win early and won early. So I think we're going to see some maiden winners from Lost Ale have to step up to try to compete in the Santa Anita American Pharoah Stakes. That's a look at the Delmar Futurity.